Kumusta mga Exile? Gamers here. Welcome to another my budget build guide. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about my Lightning Wild Strike Raider. And to begin this guide, I'm gonna talk about my unique items. First is this Oscarm gloves, and I'm using this because this gloves gives Assassin's Mark on hit, and because of this, I'm using this with windscreen, and I'm using this because of the additional curse. And lastly, this high risk truth jade amulet, and this amulet gives level 22 precision skill, and also precision has 50% less mana reservation, and this is really important so you can fit all of your auras. And this with this amulet, I anointed this with ambi- ambidexterity, and this gives increased attack damage with main hand and increased attack speed with offhand. And for this, you're gonna need one amber oil, one azuri oil, and one black oil. And for the rare items, first I'm gonna talk about my weapons. For the weapon, just look for high lightning damage and high attack speed. And I think the best weapon is this jeweled foil because this gives you crit multiplier, and it has a lot of attack speed. And make sure that it has an open prefix so you can craft this increased lightning damage. And also try to look for some crit multiplier, crit chance, and lightning penetration for more damage. And if you can, look for some elemental resistance as well so you can easily max out your elemental resistance. And because of that, you can craft this increase elemental damage with attack skills on your rings and belt. Also try to look for some strength and intelligence on your rare items. And for the flask, I'm using Sulfur Flask of Reflex for increased damage and increased evasion rating. This Diamond Flask for more crit. Jade Flask of Acceleration for more evasion and increased attack speed. And when the map has Curse, I just switch to this Jade Flask of Warding. And lastly, I'm using this Atsiris Promise for uh, extra chaos damage and life leech. And for the gem setups, I'm using in my body armor, I'm using Wild Strike with elemental damage with attacks, inspiration, added lightning damage, fortify, and ancestral call. And for single target or boss fights, I just switch this ancestral call with rootless. And on my boots, I'm using level 8 wave of conviction, level 4 summon ice golem, level 11 steel skin, and level 2 cast when damage is taken. And on my weapon, I'm using ball grace, ball haste, and increased duration. On my helmet, I'm using conductivity, increased duration, curse on hit, and smite. And on my other weapon, I'm using Ball Ancestral War Chief, Ancestral Protector, and multiple totem. And lastly, on my gloves, I'm using Rat, Herald of Thunder, Smoke Mine, and Blood Rage. For the Pantheon, I'm using Soul of the Brine King for the 2-second stun immunity, and Soul of Garokan for more chance to evade attacks. For the Ascendancy, I'm using Raider, and I'm using Way of the Poacher for the increased attack speed, chance to gaining frenzy charges, and 1 to maximum frenzy charges. Also, I'm using Avatar of Slaughter for the increased evasion, movement speed, and attack damage per frenzy charge. And also this Rapid Assault for increased attack damage, uh, more chance to evade attacks, and gaining that onslaught buff. And lastly, this Avatar of Chase for doubling the effect of onslaught, increase attack damage, and increase more chance to evade melee and projectile attacks during onslaught. For the skill tree, just grab those life nodes and elemental damage nodes, and also this life and mana leech, also this sword nodes here and crit nodes here, also this acrobatics for more chance to dodge attack hits, and face acrobatics for more chance to dodge spell hits, and also get those nodes that gives you 1 to maximum frenzy charges. And for the jewel, I'm using this combat focus cobalt jewel, and this is where you should put it. And this jewel, it says here wild strike cannot choose fire, and I'm using this combat focus crimson jewel, and it says here wild strike cannot choose cold. So with this jewel, your wild strike can only attack lightning damage. And I think that's all I can say about this build. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Magkita na lang tayo sa susunod na video.